Boom. Bobby, what'd you just say about a quad shot? Let's see if I can do it without spilling it. Bang. Freshie. Right out the fucking... Right off the fucking press. Got a little personal barista at the house that... Oh, shit. Every time. Got a little personal barista at the house that just... Here you go, Poppy. Here's your quad shot. I know you're hard at work. I know you got your live stream coming. Here you go. Made it with love. Yeah. That's how it's done, gentlemen. That's how you do it. Who do you think you're fucking dealing with? Joey Bananas. Come on, Bobby. The gentlemen are back. Live stream crack and university meeting episode 29. Who do you think you're fucking dealing with? Already almost 30 episodes deep? Are you kidding me? 30 episodes deep, quad shot per episode, so 30 times 4. So 120 shots of espresso have been sipped live on stream. Is that correct? When am I going to get a sponsorship from an espresso brand? No, you know what? Forget that. No sponsorship. We'll come out with our own espresso brand, and we'll give it to the masses at a discount. We don't even want it for profit. We don't need it for profit. But just to make sure that everybody inside the Taylor's Code is highly caffeinated at all times and prepared to go to work and prepared to go to make money, as opposed to profiting off of people's addiction like Starbucks and give them bullshit coffee. Starbucks coffee, by the way, is cocaine in a cup. That's not coffee. All right. Anyways, gentlemen, we got a fantastic stream lined up for you, okay? Saturday, everybody's relaxing, chilling, taking the weekend off. And those people who take the weekend off are wasting 104 days out of the year. Okay. Wonder why they're not successful. They're taking the weekend off. They're drunk. They're hungover. They're crying about their personal lives. Forget that. We're here. We're ready to work. We're ready to learn. We're ready to make some money, okay? I'm going to go play the banger to start off the stream, and then we're going to go talk about the money that we made this weekend off of the couple of different crypto plays, and then I'm going to talk about the law of the lid, all right? So get your pen and paper out. This is not for purely entertainment purposes, right? Get your pen and paper out. Listen to what I'm teaching you. Take down the information, review the information, and actually go implement, okay? The genius is in the implementation. You can learn, you can study, you can understand, but unless you actually implement and go do something with the information, it means nothing. You're wasting your time. You're just making yourself feel good as if you're making progress, as if you're doing something productive, but in reality, you're just stroking your own ego, feeling like you're learning something without implementing anything. That doesn't work. That doesn't mean anything. So implement the information. Implement the strategies. Okay? Let's fucking work, gentlemen. Let's throw on this banger. A little something, because I know everybody was all fired up yesterday. You know, I hate February. February is a very busy time of the year for me. I'm sure you guys can imagine. So we're going to play you a song by A Boogie about February. Ollie. Naeem. Where's Naeem? Don't tell me Naeem's sleeping again. Hold on. Let me check. Naeem's probably cuddled up with his Bangladeshi honeys. He was very busy on Valentine's Day yesterday, Naeem told me. He said he had 4 or 5 different girls he had to go see. A couple other ones were upset with him for not... Oh, shit. Forget it. Okay, as long as it doesn't fuck with the quality. A couple of girls were upset with him for not seeing them, but that's what happens when you got too many to please. All right, let's go.
Stephen Curry, never worry. Bitches only love me when it's February. I wanna take you shopping, I won't take advantage.
Don't panic on me and I won't vanish.
I'm strapping your bra, taking off your panties. I take this anywhere you want, just don't take me for granted. And this is how you made me. Shout out to my ex, she probably hate me. I don't know what happened, everything was gravy. I ain't the type to let these situations change me. But I feel sorry for the next one who try to play me. Look, baby, thank me. All them tricks you learned, you got it from me. I open your third eye, shows you all the street. And I can't even close my eyes and try to fall asleep. I know I made a mess, but I can clean it up if you want me to, baby. I get caught up letting my emotions faze me. This time it's me versus myself, but I'm the same me. She's independent, but if you wanna be Beyonce, you need Jay-Z. I was 19, driving in a 10-speed. Right to a Lamborghini, had to skip the Bentley. Let's make a movie,
Put it in your back and make you scream like Cindy.
Naeem's...
Yes, it's hitting like a glass of Simply.
Naeem's in his feelings right now. He feels it.
So please, baby, can we not throw up tonight? Baby, I got you, why don't you get me? All you bitches wanna do is trick me. So I don't plan on falling back in love this time. They was talking about me when they said love is blind. 7:30 a.m. and it's fake, Mom staying. And I got 2 chains when he bring a no friend. Next time bring no friend, next time bring a no friend. I'm strapping your bra, taking off your panties. I said this any way you want, just don't take me for granted. And this is how you made me. Niggas throwing shots and Betty crazy me. R.I.P. bullets, then Givenchy claws. I got a problem, but think I don't want problems. Come
on, baby.
She got on top and start riding me all out of control. A bitch from Saudi Arabia, she got a lot of dough. You might not know how to ride my wave, jump on my surfboard. Don't be afraid, big body rave, picking up for both us. If you need somebody to use, I can be a controller. Titties double T, cover you in double T. Chanel flavors for you, and you don't gotta go to the store, they can bring it to you. You say this dick is your property, I got acres for you. And you don't know all about it, I can explain it to you, cause you know,
I can make you special. Yeah, just feel like a bus assembly. Maybe I should take some for your dog tonight. Just don't even, I mean, it's February.
Whew. Naeem, a little quick one for you. I know that one hit a little too close to home, but don't get too upset, alright? Bitches only love me when it's February. Fantastic, gentlemen. Alright. Now that you're all done hanging out with your girlfriends, I know you guys had to go spend time with them, get them flowers, and do all those nice things, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's back to business. It's back to work. It's back to conquering the planet and growing this organization. So today's episode... Well, no, let's talk about what happened yesterday first, okay, before we go into the lesson. So, yesterday evening, if you guys weren't inside the Taylor's Code, you probably missed the fact that the president of Argentina had launched a meme coin. Fantastic, right? And what happens when somebody likes the president of Argentina launches a meme coin? Well, a bunch of people have an opportunity to make a fuck ton of money, okay? Especially with the precedent that was set with the Trump coin, where it launched on a Friday evening, had multi-millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars of liquidity. It allowed people from the largest net worths to the smallest net worths to be able to size in meaningfully and be able to make money meaningfully, right? And so these events are rare, but when they happen, if you have a network, if you have people that have their eyes on the market, if you have people who are actually in the game day to day, you're going to get that information quickly that these coins had dropped. And like me and like those inside this Taylor's Code, you're going to be able to size in quickly at the beginning and make a bunch of money. Trump coin drops on a Friday night. I'm in it 15 minutes later. Printed multiples on that coin. Later that weekend, Melania drops on a Sunday morning. I'm in early. Why? Because I have a network. I have people who are in the trenches. I have people who are watching the markets. They let me know when something happens, or I see it when it happens. I let them know. Bang, we're in early. Make a bunch of money off of Melania coin. Then I printed off of a Baron coin. Printed off of another. Printed the whole weekend. Bang. Then the Republic of Central Africa drops a coin. Guess what? Network catches it early. I'm in. Bang. Print a bag. What happens last night? Javier Milei, the dude who runs Argentina, sounds like he got scammed. He got punked, which is hilarious. But because we found out about him dropping that meme coin so quickly, within 10 minutes of it launching, myself and a couple other gentlemen inside the Taylor's Code, because I had pinged them, I had let them know, hey, guy just dropped a coin. Get in quickly. Let's get a quick 2x. We're in. We're out. We print our bags. Coin rugs. Everybody loses money. Oops, sorry. Too slow. Right? Business is speed. And so this is the whole point that I make about why it's so important to be part of a network of individuals, because the goal in life is not to be competent, not to be hyper competitive in many different realms, because it's not possible for you to actually be elite top tier in 10 different industries. It's not possible. What a smart individual does, what a businessman does, is he says, okay, let me become elite at what I do. Let me do that at the very highest level so that I can take that money and then teach and provide value to other people based off of my expertise when I join a network. And in turn, what do I get back from those people inside of my network? They're going to be experts in their respective fields. Now I don't have to spend the time to become an expert the way that they had in that field, and then they can just give me the information that I need to be able to make money for myself. Do you see? That's how a network works. That's how smart people operate. They don't try to become the best at everything. No, they become the best at one thing, and then they network, they make friends with, and they do business with people who are the best at what they do. So they handle what they do. They let me know whenever there's an opportunity. I go ahead and put my money there and I make money, and vice versa. That's the strength of a network. That's what we're trying to do, and that's what we're doing with the Taylor's Code. Do you understand? So this was a perfect example last night. I have people who are in the trenches, who are in this game on a day-to-day basis. They watch, I get information, I provide the information to the network, we make money. Simple as that. That's how a network works. Okay, so be the best at what you do. Give other people opportunities to make money based off of what you're able to do, and they'll do the same thing for you in turn. So you guys got 2 weeks. It's February 15th. You have 2 weeks left to join the Taylor's Code and get inside the network at $25 a month. Once March 1st hits and we go fully public and fully live with the Discord, it's $50 a month at the bare minimum to join. Okay? So if you want to be grandfathered in like the rest of these gentlemen at the $25 a month, I would encourage you to make sure you join within the next week or two. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck at the 50. Okay? The money that you put into being a part of an organization like this will make you tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, in the long run. You have to understand how your money can work for you. That $25 a month, you spend that at McDonald's. You spend that on some bullshit, terrible food for you that's going to make you sick, make you lose years on your life. You spend that money doing dumb shit, $25. You probably spend that on Netflix. I don't even have a Netflix subscription, so I don't even know how much it is. But you probably spend that on Netflix every month. How much money is Netflix going to make you? You put that to be a part of an organization like this, you will make more money. I assure you of that. The gentleman inside the Taylor's Code, guess what? $25 a month. They printed bags off of that coin last night. Their membership's paid for the next year. Do you understand? So I encourage you guys to join as quickly as humanly possible, because these opportunities will not be here forever, okay? This mania, this market environment that we're in right now where you can make so much money off of these new launches will not last forever. Okay, once the hype, once the mania is gone, once everybody goes to crypto, once everybody takes all the once everybody adopts the asset class and then the opportunity diminishes, you're not going to have the opportunity to make this kind of money. But where else within minutes can you legally double or triple your cash and then exit and actually have that money liquid? Not many places. So the link is in the description, gentlemen. Join. Should be in the description. Yeah, it is. Yeah, join the school. I'll send you the link to the Discord. We'll get you in there ASAP. March 1st, we're going strictly to Discord. It's $50 a month. All right? Outside of that, I can't help you if you don't join. Law of the Lid, okay? So one of the first books I read whenever I start to transition over to the business world and try to build teams, build businesses, one of the first books one of my mentors told me to read was The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, okay? So this is a book by John Maxwell. And John Maxwell is the godfather of leadership. This man has been writing books for many years. He's been in leadership positions for his entire life. This man is the godfather of leadership. And so The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership is a book about the 21 laws that he has found to be the most important and the most vital to your success as a leader. And it's important to study these laws and understand which ones you do at a high level, which ones you do poorly, and how they're able to affect your business and your life. The first law of that book, and in my opinion, the most important law of that book, is the law of the lid. Okay? It's the first law. So what's the law of the lid? Let me read you an excerpt of what that means, and then I'll extrapolate out further and explain to you how this is going to work in your personal life. So the law of the lid, okay, from the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. So the law of the lid is a leadership principle coined by John Maxwell, stating that a person's leadership ability acts as a lid, right? A lid on their potential. Meaning that the effectiveness of a team or an organization is ultimately limited by the leadership skills of its leader. The better the leader, the higher the potential for success, and vice versa. Okay? So the point is that any business, any organization, whenever you become stagnant, whenever growth stops or you start to diminish or you start to have less success, it's not because of the people inside of the organization. It's not because of the clients that you're trying to sell to. It's because the lid of the leadership of that organization has been capped, has been topped. You've hit the ceiling. You can only ever go up as far or be as successful as your leader's lid allows you to be. Why is that? It's a simple 80-20 rule. And this 80-20 rule is evident in all aspects of life, most certainly within business. So one of the things I learned whenever I was growing a team, so a sales team is a perfect example of how leadership affects the growth of your organization, is your people inside of your organization, the best people in your organization, are only ever going to do 80% of what you do at the maximum. It's an 80-20 rule, okay? So if your lid says, I can do $10,000 in sales every single month, that's my lid. That's the best month I've ever had. That's the best month I can do consistently, $10,000 a month. Then the lid on your organization is $10,000 in sales. So how much in sales are your best people in your organization ever going to be able to do? 80-20. So 8,000 in sales. That's the maximum. Okay. So understand that. If you then see, okay, well, the people in my organization are only ever writing $8,000 in business, $5,000 in business, $6,000 in business. What the fuck is going on? Why can't we grow? Why aren't we making money, et cetera? This, that, and the third. It's not because your people are incapable of it. It's not because you're not getting the right people. You just simply can't attract that level of individual because your lid is not high enough. Your ability to develop those people is only as good as your ability to sell, right? If you only have ever written $10,000 in business, how in the world would you teach somebody how to write 20,000? It's not possible. So the best they're ever going to be able to do is 8,000. So when you see yourself bottlenecked and you're not growing, you're not developing people, you're not growing an organization, it's because your lid is not high enough. So how do you raise your lid? Fantastic question. This is actually where I was just going to go, Bobby. So how can leadership continue to increase their lid potential? Great question. That's the secret. That's the $1 million question. How do you continue to raise your lid then? How do you improve upon your leadership abilities? Well, number one, you have to be intentional about it. So you have to be aware of what things you need to improve in order to actually take action to improve those things. So the first thing I would suggest is just reading the book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and actually understanding what are the different laws of leadership? What are the different ways a leader can influence his organization? Because once you understand the different ways you can influence your organization, now you can actually implement those things, right? So how do you raise your lid? Great question. I had something prepared for that. So one of my mentors had actually sent me this recently because someone that he is training right now had asked him a similar question. He sent me the answer he gave to that person because he thought I would appreciate the answer. So here we go, right? So this was the question that was asked by one of the people he mentors. They asked him, why do I grow and then flatten out? Okay. So the person was asking our mentor, why do I grow and then I flatten out and then I stop growing again? And then I grow for a little bit and then I stop growing again. I become stagnant. So here was the answer he gave to him. So this is upon raising the lid. So he said, this is a big question, but the very best way to ask is, what do you look like spiritually between now and 90 days ago? What do you look like physically between now and 90 days ago? What books have you read between now and 90 days ago? If these areas didn't change much, neither did your lid. Your deal is hitting the ceiling that you created. So those are three things to look at. And the reason he's saying that is because if those three things aren't changing from 3 months ago, if you're still the same as you were 3 months ago, your lid hasn't changed. You haven't raised your lid. The only way you can raise your lid is if you literally improve yourself in all those different areas. Have you increased your spirituality? Have you built a better bond or better understanding of your faith? Do you look physically better? Are you more fit? Are you healthier? Is your cardio better? Are you actually improving in the gym? That's a lid that you can raise. Why is that a lid that you can raise? Well, because the better that you do in the gym, the healthier that you become, the higher that you can perform. And all those lessons you get from improving yourself in the gym and physically, you can take those lessons and apply them to business, raising your lid. And then he said, What books have you read in the last 3 months? If you haven't read any books in the last 3 months, or you haven't gained any kind of insightful life experience in the last 3 months, because some people, they just don't do the books, but they learn through action, they learn through traveling, they learn from culture. All right, if you're out there traveling the world, that works too. But what have you done in the last 3 months to improve your level of understanding of different subject matter? Perfect example. If you haven't read any books in the past 3 months, read the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Outside of being able to do marketing and sales, leadership is the next most important thing for a business, okay, for the growth of a business itself. Because if the leadership doesn't understand how to raise their lid and raise the level of play, there's no room for those people who work at that company or for the clients to be able to operate within, right? If your lid is so low, your people can only operate within this bit of space. If your lid's way up here, if you're a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 leadership lid, you can attract all different types of people with all different skill levels, with all different hunger levels, with all different income levels to go ahead and come and operate in a high level environment. Perfect example again for Law of the Lid is also income, okay? You can't, this is why it's so important to make money. It's so important to do personal growth, because if you've only ever made $100,000 in a year, you can only teach somebody how to make $80,000 effectively. It's the law of the lid, 80-20. If you find a mentor who's made $1 million in a year before, he can show you how to make $800,000. Law of the lid. So that's another area that you're able to raise your lid in, is, are you raising your income capabilities? Have you made X amount of dollars? This is why the further that you go up the food chain, the more and more mentors you need to find that have made more and more money, or you yourself have to make more and more money so you can continue to effectively lead the people that you lead, right? The reason I can effectively lead people within the Taylor's Code or within the crypto side of the university is because I've made substantial amounts of money in those realms. So I can show people what I've done to make those amounts of money. It's the law of the lid. Now, the more money that I continue to make within markets, financial markets, the more money that I continue to make within business, the more value I can provide to the people inside of the organization. That's how we continue to grow. That's why every single day I continue to look at charts. I continue to invest. I continue to do sales. I continue to make money. I haven't quit any of those things. I continue to go to the gym every single day. Why? Because I have to keep raising my lid. I cannot be stagnant in my growth. If I stagnate in my growth, so does your organization. Raise your lid. You have to continue to self-develop to allow other people to operate within your leadership lid, okay? Another reason why you got to raise your lid is the quality of individual that you're going to be able to attract to your organization will be self-reliant upon your leadership lid. So John Maxwell talks about this in his books, where if we say leadership capabilities are on a scale from 1 to 10, right? 10 being the highest level leader, 1 being the lowest level leader. A leader can only attract people below his leadership lid. Otherwise, why would they follow you? They have a higher lid than you. So what are they going to gain from your leadership? They can't. So you can only attract people below your leadership capability. So, for example, if you're a level 4 leader out of 10, you're only ever going to be attracting people to your organization that are levels 1, 2, and 3, low-level leaders. So when you say to yourself, oh man, I can't get anybody that's competent to work for me, or I can't, find anybody that's worthwhile working with, they all suck. Well, it's not that they suck. It's that your leadership lid sucks, and therefore you attract suckier people. That's just how it works. If your lid's an 8 out of 10, you can attract a 7, a 6, a 5 level leader. Okay? Again, the law of the lid. For you to continue to grow and to attract higher level individuals to work with you, you have to raise your leadership lid. You have to have value that you can provide to these people. So this is why self-development raises your lid, which allows you to provide more value to others and attract better people to your organization, therefore growing your company, growing your business. So what are other ways that you can raise your lid? So we have raise your income, so you can raise your income lid. Have you changed spiritually, grown spiritually in the last 3 months? Have you read any new books? So improved mentally in the last 3 months. Have you improved physically? Are you getting stronger? Are you getting more ripped? Are you eating better? Is your cardio better than it were 3 months ago? Okay, are you growing there? And then the only other thing that I would say that comes to mind in terms of being able to raise your lid would be work ethic. So this is a leadership quality that I rely on probably the most, and I have since the beginning of my business career, which would be work ethic. Okay, if you simply outwork everybody, and I believe this of all leaders in their organizations, if you simply work more than everybody else, that in turn will raise the lid of your organization. Because if you're willing to work 120 hours a week, then your best people work 85, 90 hours a week. Your top people. But they're only ever going to do 80% of what you do. So if you're a businessman and you're trying to build an organization and you're only working 40 hours a week, guess what? Who in their right mind is going to work 80 hours a week for your business? Doesn't work that way. So this was a huge thing that I did in the sales industry when I first started building sales organizations. Was I was always going to work the most, 100%. And that was always the case. I always worked the most hours, worked the hardest, wrote the most business, did the most recruiting. I was number one in all those categories. So what does that allow me to do? Number one, it raised the lid for what was possible in my organization, and it also allowed me to raise the expectations on the work ethic and the hours put in by the people that I was leading. Because if I'm working 120 hours a week, I can expect 80 from my top people. I can expect 90 from my top people. So how much faster is that team, is that business going to grow, as opposed to me if I was treating it like a 9 to 5? I start at 9, end at 5, Monday through Friday. I'm taking the weekend off. If I'm working 40 hours a week for my own business, how much do you think my people are going to work? 30, 25 hours, 35 hours? How could I expect them to do more than me? What kind of leadership is that? Raise your lid. You have to raise your lid. The higher that your lid is, the more room you give your people to operate within. You want high-level people a part of your industry or a part of your business? Well, you better raise your lid. So I encourage you to read that book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, because that completely changed my mindset on how I led organizations and how I built teams. Because it makes you aware, number one, of the things that do improve an organization and that you're able to do to improve the environment for your team from a leadership perspective. It makes you aware of them. And once you're aware of them, then you can actually make a plan and execute to improve in those areas, to raise your capabilities in those areas. Because I assure you, the first time you go through those 21 laws, you realize quickly what things you do well and what things you probably don't do at all. And so the more areas that you're able to increase your effectiveness in continues to raise your lid as a leader. Okay? So everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. The best teams, the best organizations have high-level leadership. That's why they win. That's why they grow. So be intentional in the growth of your lid, okay? Anytime you stagnate, anytime your business stops growing, anytime your income stops going up, it's because your lid is capped. You're stuck. You're here, okay? So no matter how much harder you try, no matter how much more fucking thought process, whatever you want to say that you put into growing your business or making more money, you're stuck. There's no more room. You can't go anywhere. You won't make more money. You want to make more money, raise the lid, push up, take it to the next level. Okay, the law of the lid. Understand this. So, any other questions, gentlemen? That was a good question, Bobby. Any other questions about the law of the lid? Okay. Remember, leadership. It's all about leadership within the business, okay? You want to market and you want to make money. You want to get new customers, new clients. It's sales and marketing. You want to grow your company from a people standpoint, from an effectiveness standpoint. So attract better people to your organization. You have to raise your lid. It's leadership, okay? If you don't have good leadership qualities, if you don't have good leadership capabilities, you're not able to develop other leaders, your life is always going to be tough, because until you can develop other leaders, you're never going to be able to stop doing the work, right? Everybody imagines this beautiful life of this businessman and they have all these companies and they're rich and they don't have to do anything. You can never take the pressure off of yourself. You can never start to delegate the work to others until you develop other leaders, okay? True leadership is the ability to develop other leaders, not attract more followers, okay? One person followed by a bunch of followers is a very busy man, is a very stressed person. But a leader who can attract and develop other leaders is a successful man, is a man who has his business in order, is a man that 5-10 years down the road can delegate his responsibilities and know that his organization is going to still run at a very high level, still make tons of money without him actually having to be a part of the day-to-day show, the day-to-day processes. That's the ultimate goal, right? Well, great leadership is a function of developing other leaders, okay? So this is actually going into a different law of leadership, which is explosive growth, okay? If you want to experience explosive growth in your organization, you do it through multiplication, okay? When you multiply numbers, they grow much faster than whenever you add by addition, correct? So people who attract other followers and don't have a high leadership lid and don't have the capability of developing other leaders, what they end up doing is they grow by addition. It's very slow, it's monotonous, it's busy, it's difficult because you're having to take care of these people. But when you attract other leaders and you take the time to develop other leaders and empower others to do systems and processes and do work that otherwise you would be doing, you grow through multiplication, because other leaders will develop other leaders. So if you develop a leader, so let's say you develop 10 leaders and those 10 leaders go out and develop another 10 leaders each. And then those 100 leaders go ahead and develop another 10 leaders each. It's what? 1,000, 10,000 leaders. Okay. Now you're growing through explosive growth. Okay. So you want to be very intentional in the way that you develop people, because if you're developing them to be a leader, it's going to allow your organization to grow much faster. Okay. Because leaders will develop other leaders. Leaders take action for themselves. Leaders are problem solvers. Leaders will take responsibility off of your back. Followers will simply give you more work to do. Followers will just be more people waiting for you to feed them, spoon feed them. So the more people that you add to your business, the busier you're going to become, the more work that you're going to have to do. Is that your goal? No. The goal is to grow and develop people, empower those so that you're able to take responsibility off of your plate. Eventually putting yourself in a position of power where you're not required to be there every single day, eyeballing everything that's happening in your company so that you can go live and enjoy life. All right? It's the law of the lid. Okay. So there you go, gentlemen. Get to that book. Okay. The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. If you're looking to grow a company, grow a sales team, you need to raise your leadership lid, okay? That's the only way for you to actually be able to effectively grow a company without putting yourself in, a situation where you're working 24/7 and not being able to accomplish anything, okay? Let's see if I got any other notes. All right. Outside of that, gentlemen, we're fucking growing. You guys see it. We just recently launched the Discord to the members already inside the Taylor's Code. Shit's a game changer. We're going to continue to make sure people are making money. You guys already know the game plan for how the investments work. For those of you that are looking to make an income, we have an e-commerce campus inside with Bobby. He's going to get you set up with a store. He's going to show you how to advertise, market, get your products, outsource everything so that you're able to basically get products into your store, get you making money as quickly as humanly possible. We also have the fitness campus inside the Discord now, head by Logan Bauer. Absolute professional. Get you fucking ripped to the gills, six-pack abs, spiritually in check, The man's got the supplements, he got the diet plan, he got the workout plan. Everything's dialed in, locked in, savage. You want to get fit? Get inside the Taylor's Code. So, link is in the description. I'll see you guys inside. Outside that, the gentleman in the Discord, you guys will see me this weekend. We'll be in the trenches a little bit. We'll go ahead and print a couple more bags, depending on what the market gives us. And also, hilarious. Sup, bro? Can we please get an update on Pepe and betas? Thank you. That TWT. Click on the link in the description of the video. Join the TC. I'm going to send you the link to the Discord. When you get inside of the Discord, I'll cook up a couple of charts for you personally. Okay, I'll send it to you and the gentleman inside the private crypto plays. That was going to be the other thing I was going to say. If you guys want actual individual analysis on your portfolio, your assets that you're accumulating, or you want to know what in the world myself and the other gentleman inside are doing in terms of our investments, we show you exactly when we're buying, when we're selling and taking profits, what we're accumulating, what we're buying before we talk about it live on YouTube. To be inside of there, you have to join the private crypto plays within the school community, okay? So you join the school. The link is in the description. Once you're inside of the school, there's a classroom section in there with the private crypto plays course in there. You click on that, you get inside. You're going to have access to everything that we're doing from a positional standpoint, what my positions are, what their positions are. You're going to see what we're doing, okay? That's the best way to make money in these markets. You have to know what the big players are doing so you understand where that hot ball of money is going to go, okay? If you don't know when to buy, if you don't know when to sell, you're going to miss out on hundreds of percents of gains because you're not timing the moves perfectly. You're not timing the moves correctly, okay? You could buy and sell an asset all you want. It could be the right asset, but if you buy and sell them at the wrong times, you're not going to make any money, okay? So TWT, I'll see you inside of the Taylor's Code. I'll cook you up those charts. I'll give you an update on Pepe. I'll give you an update on the betas, and I'll show you. We have been positioning, so I will show you what we're doing in terms of positioning and why we're positioning what assets. Cool. Outside of that, let's fucking rock, gentlemen. All right, let's make some money, move quickly, get inside, and Ollie needs a banger. I do need to play one more banger for Ollie. I got a banger. Hold on. I've been loving little A Boogie lately, so I'll give you another little boogie. Throw on I can't fuck with no skis. Boom. Banger. Let's roll.
On FanDuel Casino, every day is your chance at a free jackpot and the #1 feeling, which is
boom. All right, gentlemen. Good fucking shit. Fantastic meeting as always. Raise your lids. Provide something to your environment of value. And watch that come back to you.
I cannot love on those skis, that is a dub, I don't need her. I hit her once and I leave her. Blowing my phone for no reason. I cheated on you with a dancer. I surrender my hands up. At least I admit it, I'm man up. I do not have all the answers. And I gotta stay with the 90s days. Bitches that get niggas lying these days. And I ain't not with all the drama, ayy. Popping just for moving wacky, ayy. Hoppish niggas, they be wildin', ayy. You sleeping on me, but I'm
Good night, Naeem!
Eliante bring tsunamis, ayy. Jump inside the water, ride the wave, yeah. Up to no goodie, I put on my hoodie. Got sick of my jealous, got rid of the Chewy. And I'm on a private jet getting some pussy. Jibanchi, Jibanchi, my luggage is Louis. Don't wanna stress you, no baby. I just wanna sex you and dress you. Don't wanna caress you. Don't wanna tell you I love you if I do not mean it. Them niggas will say that to hit you.
I love you, I hate you, I don't want you back now.
Go through some things that you cannot take back now.
I reach out to people who don't reach
know
me
the
back now.
gentlemen are in their feelings right now.
It's too late, I'm mad now. It's passed out, you backed out. The mag now, they sat down. I love my life more than I love my lifestyle. I love my ice, how it shine even when the lights out. She put my lights out, but I swear no, I cannot love on no skis, that is a dub, I don't need her. I hit her once and I leave her. Blowing my phone for no reason. I cheated on you with a dancer. Okay, I surrender my hands up. At least I admit it, I'm man up. I do not have all the answers. And I gotta stay with the 90s days.
Peace, gentlemen.
I get niggas lying these days. And I ain't not with all the drama, ayy. Popping just for moving wacky, ayy. Hoppish niggas, they be wildin', ayy. You sleeping on me, but I'm wide awake. Eliante bring tsunamis, ayy. Jump inside the water, ride the wave. How you move, same way I do. 5,000 on shoes. I might act a fool. I'm stuck like sex in twos. I spy with my third eye on you. I spy. You know I gotta stay 10 toes. I ball like LaMelo and Lonzo. I started off with Kenzo. Bitches put me in the friend zone. She had my heart, it was real cold. I took it back cause the bitch stole. And you never know what a bitch knows. I can't be loving no hoe. I cannot love on no skeezer. That is a dub, I don't need her. I hit her once and I leave her. Blowing my phone for no reason. I cheated on you with a dancer. Okay, I surrender my hands up. At least I admit it, I'm man of. I do not have all the answers. And I gotta stay with the 90s days. Bitches that get niggas lying these days. And I ain't not with all the drama, ayy. Poppin' just for moving wacky, ayy. Hobbish niggas, they be wildin', ayy. You sleeping on me, but I'm wide awake. Eliante bring tsunamis, ayy. Jump inside the water, ride the wave. You move same way I do. 5,000 on shoes. I might